Hi, sure guys. Got this motherboard out now with funny behavior on the display. But if you take a look at it, you can see the HDMI port is pushed there. Yeah, almost broken really. I mean on the inside right over there. I don't know why I can't focus on it. Not focusing at all, but it's kind of broken there. It's even bending over. So let's take this HDMI port off and replace it with a new one, and we should be able to get this PlayStation back into the hands of its owner. So with jobs like this, you rely on flux. Over the past 24 hours, this is the third HDMI port that I'm taking off. Third HDMI port that I'm dealing with really. So even if you look at it, I don't know if it's visible, it's bending. It's bended over even on the inside. This is just bad. It's even overlapping over here. So I just needed to heat up a little. So what I usually do to make things much easier for me, I'll heat it up like this, and then I'll come over it with soldering wire, low melt solder, and kind of feed it all around the so this kind of makes it easy a little bit to take that HDMI port off from the motherboard. Right, so that all I have to do now is heat it up. I need it over there because I needed to lower the temperature, the melting point of the soldering wire there. So it hasn't even melted yet, because you can see the solder ball of this side is still solid. It's even dancing. It shouldn't be hard to take off. I don't even know why I'm bothering myself. One thing that I should actually be using is a clamp. So a clamp will hold the motherboard on the ground while I wiggle and lift the HDMI port off. So now that one side is coming off, I'll start spreading the heat all over the pins, because now very soon I'll be lifting it off. So I don't want it to lift off with the pads from the motherboard. There we go. So it's off and no pads came along. So now we come with flux and some low melt solder. So the low melt solder, I won't just use it on the on the pads. I'll also use it on the holes for the feet of the actual pot itself. Something like that. So that way, when I'm now bringing in the new HDMI port, I won't really have to struggle much with it. So it's in here, and this plastic in this bubble wrap. PlayStation 5 HDMI port. So yeah, the little trick that I usually get to apply is adding solder to this. Come to notice that if I add solder to this, to the pins, when I have to hot air it onto the board, I won't have to really follow through to make sure that the pins are connected, because they'll be just connected automatically. That's why I run the low melt solder on the pads here and on the port itself. So I just touch it up like this. Methods differ. Some people don't even get to do this, but I just realized it makes it much easier for me. Even the big pins, these ones, I just get to cover them with low melt solder, so that when they are going to sit on the board there, they just join with the low melt solder which I've already put here. You know, it makes it easy. So I will go, and now we are going to bring the heat now. So the board actually needs a couple of seconds to heat up, enough to be able to accept a new HDMI port. Because what I want actually is that the motherboard gets hot, so hot that I don't have to keep the heat on for a long time when I'm bringing the HDMI port. I'm moving it in the wrong direction, I guess. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but the solder just melts when I bring the port over it. Constantly have to change sides. I can't find my set of long tweezers, so this one is actually burning my fingers. It's really short, so when I'm holding it like this, the hot air is just coming to my fingers straight up, and it's burning me up. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a longer tweezer. This should be better. Yeah, my hands will be a little bit far from the heat, because right now I've got the heat coming all onto me. Right. Now we just push it down both sides. This one is stubborn. What am I missing? It is easily penetrating the first part. I don't know why it won't go deep. Oh yeah, this side is in, and so is the other side. And now all we have to focus on is pushing it down, like really hard. You just have to push it down, but you have to make sure it doesn't, you don't scratch the components at the back of the PCB, because with the motherboard hot, whenever you move the components, they just slide off the motherboard and you lose them. You can just easily scratch them off. So if you've got components here and you sort of like rub the motherboard against something, they'll go. So the reason why it was actually giving me trouble to see it is because I didn't tin the bottom side. I was supposed to add low metal solder on this side. It would have made it much easy for the HDMI port to sit. I don't know if I can focus over there. Let's bring more light to it. So you can see they're just aligned easily. Don't mind the goo on the other side. This side it's fine. I don't know who's calling me now. Can't tell. So can wait. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll quickly just put the motherboard under a microscope and check if the pins are all connected, and then I'll have to connect it to the TV and test. Alright, so I've plugged it in. And there we go. After the repair is complete, your PS5 will automatically restart. Repairing console. We are good to go. So this has been fixed. That's the one we're working on, the HDMI port. So HDMI port, HDMI port, HDMI port. No, it was HDMI port, dead. This one, the video is uploading as we speak. And then this was DVD ROM. That one is dead up there. Yeah. Which one else? Oh, and then there's still this one. So yeah, we're good to go, guys. There we go. I'll plug the controller just to test. So right now I've got all three consoles opened and they're all fixed. So now I'll just close them up. Okay, I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller, so it may give me issues. Here's the back port. Is it off now? Still blinking. Now it's off. Okay, so I'll plug it in. And then we can press the PS button, and there we go. So this is done. So these consoles are done. We should just invoice the customers and let them come collect their devices. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in another video. Cheers and goodbye.